Today's video is all about buffalo plaid. Whether you love the red and the black or the gray and the white and the black, I've got all three options for you today. I've mastered how to paint the gray and the white and the black. The red one, not so much. So I'll be practicing that and showing you that hopefully in a video to come. So these three items that I did are all trash to treasure. They're just different things that I found at thrift stores that I have hanging around my house that I no longer want to use for whatever purpose they are originally for. And I've decided to repurpose them into things that would be really cute for Christmas.
The first thing you'll need is to spray paint the saucer and the cups if you want to do them as well with a solid white. And I just took mine out to the garage and used a pizza box and did my spray painting there and waited till they were thoroughly dry. Then I take my first piece of painter's tape and find the center of the back of the saucer. Make sure you press it down really well because you don't want any of the paint to seep under the tape. Then you take another piece of tape, and we're going to just use this as a spacer so that one doesn't have to be stuck down very much. And then I'm going to stick down this next one, and I'll repeat the same process at the top of the saucer. For this saucer, I'm doing the grays and blacks. So the first color I'm using is Rust-Oleum Aged Gray chalk paint, and that will be the first stripe that I create on this saucer for the buffalo plaid pattern. So I've let the paint dry just a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the painter's tape. The reveal is always the best part. The second color that I used is Country Gray from Rust-Oleum chalk paint. It's just a little bit darker, and what I did with that is I turned the saucer around and then I did stripes in the opposite direction. As you can see, what I'm doing here is for the actual third layer of paint. So after the second layer of paint, you leave your tape on and then go ahead and repeat the same lines that you did for the very first time you painted. The final color to use is charcoal or black, or it could even be just a lighter or a darker shade of gray again. And it's really whatever you choose, and just go over where the china is peeking through. And this is what you get when you peel off all the tape, and here is the buffalo check pattern. Using some filler that I got at the Dollar Tree, I'm putting a circle around the bottom of the saucer, and that's so I can place in a votive LED light. I wouldn't recommend using real candles for this unless you're going to do the buffalo plaid check on the inside of the saucer so it has some curve to catch any excess wax. I'm also going to take some of the tiny smaller filler pieces in red and place them around the bigger balls. You could leave this on a table in part of a centerpiece, or you could do what I did and you can just put it on a candlestick and give it some height. My second project is these two frames that are filled with sequins. I use them for my vanity in my bedroom, but I've decided to take those frames away. And what I'm going to do is remove the backing and then also remove the little cardboard piece and then take out all of the sequins. To remove the lettering, I used a razor, and you do have to give it a little bit of elbow grease, but if you put some decent pressure on it, you'll see that you can get all of the lettering off. Sometimes this type of lettering can be taken off with pure acetone, but unfortunately this one didn't, so that's why I resorted to using the razor. Just please be very careful when you're using sharp objects. I'm putting my own lettering on the front of the frames, And the one I'm working on now with my Craft Smart paint pen is Holly Jolly, and the other one you can see off to the left, I put Merry and Bright. I'm just doing these freehand, but you could go ahead and print off something on paper and lay it behind the frame to give you a template. Once this first coat dries, I do go over the letters a couple of times just to give them a little bit more thickness and so you can't see through them. I'm going to do buffalo plaid on the back side of the cardboard. That is the backing of the frames. And if you'd like to see a full tutorial on how I do buffalo plaid, I'm going to link it in the description box below. Buffalo plaid isn't difficult to do, but it does take a lot of time and a lot of painter's tape. So get on over to your Dollar Tree and pick some up. The last time I was at Dollar Tree, I found these packages of these cute little Christmas trees, and I've decided to glue a few of them inside the frames and then add some filler to make it look like a framed snow globe. My last project for this video are these canisters. I picked them up at a thrift store and there's a set of 3, but I'm just going to use the 2 smaller ones, the medium and the small. I'm going to remove the plastic inserts, but I'm going to keep them because you never know when I might want to store some food in them, but for right now I don't need that. So I'm going to use the white linen chalk paint from Rust-Oleum, and that's what I'm going to start as my base coat, and I'm going to do the gray and the black buffalo plaid pattern. I got the idea to put some labels on the canisters, so I have these 2 oval wood pieces that I picked up at either Dollar Tree or Dollarama. I've painted them white and I've gone around the edge of them with my black paint pen, and now what I'm going to do is just put a couple of labels on them, and one is going to be reindeer kibble and the other is going to be Santa's cookies. All of these projects got a coat of Mod Podge to seal in the colors and so nothing would chip. I then added some greenery and berries as well. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the bell to get notified when I upload new videos. If you want to purchase some of my creations, please feel free to visit my Etsy shop. Thanks for watching.